So I got to ask, whose performance was I more impressed with, Jokic or Curry? Jokic had triple double, 61 points, as usual. They lost, I think, in double overtime to Minnesota. And I'm going to talk about that. And then Curry, 52 points, 12 threes made, passed LeBron James for most 50-point games and for a career, and the most over someone over the age of 30. Just incredible. And they win over Memphis. Denver lost a close game to Minnesota. Well, I got to go by dubs and L's. And what have I said about Jokic? Stat wise, he's the closest thing to something we ain't seen since I don't know when. But if you don't get the dubs and you known for letting goosies go by, if you're known for chippy games, you got to finish those games. You cannot possibly lose those games. Russell Westbrook missed that layup and that foul. Man, that's a 5 point swing. You got to win that game, and especially against Minnesota, who've been your Achilles. You got to, because people think you done fell off, and they're not taking you serious. They just think you a stat padding machine. That basically they look at Jokic kind of like Giannis, like a guy who might be the best and scores a lot, but his teams is not going to do nothing. Got all the makings of a second round casualty. So I know, and I get asked whose performance. Well, of course it's Steph, because look at how he leads the team. And Baines was all trying to. You don't wake up Steph Curry. These turkeys still ain't learned yet. John Morant, he making John Morant look old before your eyes. I told this story. Yeah, Memphis had to go move on from that coach, but the problem with Memphis is that they can't play no defense. They're not on the same page, and they look lost. They like deers out there just going in a circle. For all the defensive specialists and everything they got, and the young athleticism, they got a Ken doll now for a head coach. That turkey don't know what he doing. They are basically an auction. Yep. John Morant did auction. Bitty 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 one, bitty 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 bitty. You bought an auction block. Adam Silver was on line one, trying to play tough. They fouled Steph Curry. If they called more than fouls, he probably would have had a 60 burger. They fouled him. They swarmed him, and they don't play no defense. Putting your hands on his back and riding him, he was lighting their behinds up like it was Kwanzaa and Christmas put together. Lit they butt up, and that's what they get. you know, no one is taking them serious. They're an auction team, and they didn't fell off so bad. But see, Anthony Edwards came up with some big shots last night. Again, that's the frustrating about Ant. He will play like that against certain teams. He doesn't do that all consistency, and that's what's so bothersome and so troublesome. You need that consistency. But Rudy Gobert and them don't have a problem against Denver. It's a strange matchup issues. But yeah, cause Curry gonna get the dub because they got the dub. They won. I can't get excited because you stat pad and you are great offensively, but you don't play no defense. And on top of that, your team makes every game a last second photo finish. Come on, Denver, with all that firepower you got, everybody ain't meant to come down to the wire. The 131-29 games have got to go. Even Golden State plays some defense. They know how to, turn you over and make that thing happen. So, but anyway, Steph clutch. I know there gonna be some people saying, "Well, you telling me Steph's better than Joker?" Yeah, cause he win. He win. he wins. And I know you're gonna say, "Well, Jamal Murray wasn't there." Okay, that's true, but you still should have beat Minnesota. You should beat them on GP alone, since they didn't own you lately. You know one thing about Steph Curry, he ain't never let Memphis rise. They talked all that smack in 2022. Remember when they were the next team coming up, and they was all talking trash. Remember when Steph had that block shot in the Western Conference Finals game one, and Clay hit that block behind John Morant? They've never let their son rise. So that's what great players do. They say, okay, you want to talk that smack? I'm telling you, people don't understand. Curry is cold, yo. he got no feelings for you, and he was wailing on their behind last night. And that's what they get. They got to auction. They got to auction that team off. They need to go ahead and just go through the motions and let John Morant go and just rebuild because it ain't working. That team is a disaster, you know. And so, like, what I take away from that, they're a disaster. Minnesota is a dangerous team if they play with consistency. But Ants got to step up. But they can beat Denver. That's why Jokic is not at the table with Shaq, Wilt, Kareem, and Bill Russell. Sorry. You got to dominate. You got to finish that up. You can't put them kind of numbers in squeaking games. You don't play no defense, and Mike Malone talk all that smack, but it ain't registering where it needs to count. And you tell me how one Jimmy Butler comes to Golden State, and suddenly Golden State is within breathing distance of you. And if they had probably gotten him a little sooner, who knows where Golden State would be? Because they're gonna definitely be in the top 6. So, and nobody really wants to deal with them in the first round. I'm just saying. So, anyway, let me know what you think, though. But please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share if you like. Hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.